From saving to investing, the path most people miss. Imagine this. You finally get your act together. You start setting money aside every single month. $50 here, $100 there, maybe even more. You're proud of yourself, and honestly, you should be. But then, one afternoon, you're scrolling through your banking app and something hits you. You've got $8,000 sitting in that savings account, earning a grand total of 0.4% interest. Do the math. That's about $32 a year. Meanwhile, everyone around you seems to be talking about the stock market, index funds, passive income, and generational wealth. And suddenly, a very uncomfortable question pops into your head. Am I playing the wrong game? Because here's the truth. Saving money is a great habit. Investing money is a strategy, and those two things have completely different outcomes. Here's a simple comparison. You've got $8,000 in a savings account earning 0.5% annually. After 1 year, you've made $40. Congratulations, that's dinner for two. Now flip the script. You take that same $8,000 and put it into an investment vehicle that historically averages around 10% annually, like a broad market index fund. After 1 year, you're looking at $8,800. After 20 years at that rate, roughly $53,800. Compare that to the savings account version, around $8,850 after 2 decades. Same money, same time, wildly different result. That gap, that enormous difference in outcome, is what compounding growth actually looks like in real life. And here's the uncomfortable insight. The biggest financial divide isn't usually between people who spend and people who save. It's between people who save and people who invest. Why most people never make the jump? So why don't more people invest? It's not because they lack information. It's because of how investing feels. Savings feels safe, calm, stable. You open your app, the number is there, it hasn't changed. Investments, they move. They dip on a random Wednesday for no obvious reason. They respond to news cycles and global events and things completely outside your control. That uncertainty, that emotional turbulence stops most people cold. But here's the reframe. Volatility isn't the enemy. Impatience is. Step-by-step transition. Step 1. Lock in your safety net. Before a single dollar goes towards investing, you need a buffer. We're talking 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses sitting in cash, fully accessible, completely liquid. Rent, food, utilities, transportation, this money doesn't get touched for investments, ever. Why? Because the number one reason people sell their investments at the worst possible time is because life throws something unexpected at them and they need cash now. A solid emergency fund keeps your investment portfolio protected from your own emergencies. Step 2. Think in 2 separate buckets. Here's a mindset shift that changes everything. Stop thinking of your money as one lump sum. Instead, mentally divide it into 2 buckets. Bucket A is your security money, stable, untouched, boring on purpose. Bucket B is your growth money, allowed to fluctuate, meant to multiply over time. When your growth money dips, you don't panic because your security money is fine. That mental separation is more powerful than any spreadsheet. Step 3. Start smaller than you think you need to. Too many beginners wait until they have a real amount to invest, $5,000, $10,000, whatever the number is in their head. Don't wait. Most modern brokerage platforms let you start with as little as $25 or $50. The amount is almost irrelevant at this stage. What you're actually building is the habit, the muscle memory of moving money toward growth consistently. Habits compound just like interest does. Step 4. Keep it simple. New investors often want to start with the exciting stuff, picking individual stocks, trading options, chasing the next big cryptocurrency. Resist that urge. The most boring strategy is usually the most effective one. Index funds, funds that track broad sections of the stock market rather than betting on individual companies, give you instant diversification, low fees, and steady long-term returns. You're not trying to outsmart the market, you're riding it. Even Warren Buffett has said repeatedly that low-cost index funds are the right move for most everyday investors. Step 5. Stay consistent and let time do the work. Here's where the real magic happens. Say you commit to $250 every single month. The market averages 8% annually over your investing lifetime. After 30 years, you'd be sitting on roughly $340,000. But here's the wild part. You only contributed around $90,000 of your own money. The rest, over $250,000, was generated through compounding returns. You didn't earn that by working harder. You earned it by being consistent and patient. What about market crashes? They will happen. They always do. But here's the counterintuitive truth about downturns. For long-term investors, a market dip isn't a disaster. It's a discount. When prices drop, your regular monthly investment buys more shares at a lower price. When the market eventually recovers, and historically it always has, those extra shares mean stronger returns. This is why experienced investors tend to stay calm when headlines go into panic mode. They're not thinking about this quarter, they're thinking about this decade. The summary? Here's your roadmap. 1. Build a 3 to 6 month emergency fund before investing anything. 2. Separate your money into security money and growth money mentally. 3. Start investing consistently even if the amount feels small. 4. Prioritize simple, diversified investments like index funds. 5. Stay the course and give compounding the time it needs to work. Saving gives you stability. Investing gives you options, and when you combine both, starting as early as possible, your financial future starts looking like something completely different. If this breakdown was helpful, drop a comment below. I want to know, are you still in full saving mode or have you already taken your first steps into investing?